When you're buying an expensive perfume for men, you want to make sure you're getting great performance for your money. We've tested hundreds of fragrances, and the list below includes the longest lasting and most sought after scents, with prices thrown out the window in favor of pure performance and great smells. Made by the top master perfumers in the game, they offer nothing short of the finest aromatics. Sometimes all you need is a nose for detail, cash to spare, and a true appreciation for the most expensive perfume for men. Top 10. James by Atkinson's. While it's far from the most expensive fragrance on our list, James by Atkinson's has quickly become a favorite of ours due to its clever balance of staple aromatics. On the first spray, you'll be hit with vanilla and wood before vetiver and musk take over. It's an affordable option that we'd happily wear every day. If you like Dior Eau Sauvage Parfum, it's a great alternative that stays in the same ballpark. Top notes: clary sage, bergamot, finger lime, and pink pepper. Middle notes: violet leaf, elemi resin, and white flowers. Base notes: vetiver, patchouli, akigala wood, and musk. Top 9. Grand Soir by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Grand Soir by Maison Francis Kurkdjian hits you with a combination of vanilla, amber, and dusty wood on the first spray before it dries down into a mix of powder and musk. It's intoxicating, with balanced sweetness and spice thanks to the orange zet top notes, but we've also found a little lavender in our testing. Performance is outstanding with strong projection, moderate sillage, and longevity that lasts 6-10 hours depending on skin type and weather conditions. A stellar addition to any man's collection. Top notes: labdanum cistus orange. Middles notes: benjoin siam. Base notes: amber, cedar, musk, tonka, vanilla. Top 8. Royal Oud by Creed. One of our favorite expensive fragrances for men who want to feel sophisticated and a little old-fashioned. Royal Oud by Creed is universally loved for a reason. On the first spray, you'll be slightly overwhelmed by spicy ginger, cedar, and musk before it dries down into a delicious bar of creamy chocolate. We found the longevity to be slightly underwhelming at 4 hours, and reviews online back this up. New bottles like the one we tested only last hours on the skin compared to older bottles that have longevity upwards of 10 hours. Top notes: pink pepper, lemon, and Sicilian bergamot. Middles notes: cedar, angelica, and galbanum. Base notes: sandalwood, agarwood, oud, and musk. Top 7. Noir Extreme by Tom Ford. Like most Tom Ford fragrances, this is an expensive, sexy, and masculine scent that dries down to reveal vanilla, leather, and wood. The opening is pungent and fruity with plenty of zest through the top notes. As such, we don't think this is one for every man, and we recommend testing this in-store before blind buying online. If you prefer to wear suede-style fragrances in winter, then this is a great option and something that you'll want to have in your collection alongside a freshy spice bomb and lavender option. Top notes: cardamom, ginger, mandarin orange, neroli, and citruses. Middles notes: kulfi, Bulgarian rose, orange blossom, and jasmine. Base notes: vanilla, leather, suede, amber, tonka bean, guaiac wood, and cedar. Top 6. Ganymede by Marc-Antoine Barrois. If you love Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, but you're sick of smelling like every other person, check out this fresh option from Marc-Antoine Barrois. It's a tough fragrance to describe because it's so complex and niche, but think fresh, metallic, and sour rolled into one. One reviewer online described it as fresh printer paper, and we tend to agree. It's very masculine leaning. The woody undertones help with performance, and there's even a little lemon zest through the top notes. We only sprayed 2-3 on the skin because the projection is very strong and found outstanding longevity of 60+ hours. Top notes: mandarina from Italy, essence heart orpur, saffron. Middles notes: violet, Chinese osmanthus absolute orpur. Base notes: akigala wood and immortelle absolute. Well, we're halfway through this amazing top 10. I hope you're liking it. Don't forget to leave us your like and subscribe to see the best top 10. The best part is yet to come. Let's continue. Top 5. Terre d'Herme Eau Givry by Hermès. Beautifully bitter, sour, citrusy, and very refreshing. This isn't the most expensive fragrance for men, but it's a top performer and one that we had to include on this list because we know you'll want it. Great for office wear, it's unique enough but doesn't stand out to the point of being obnoxious and headache-inducing. In terms of performance, you get plenty of bang for your buck here with 4-6 hours on skin and slightly more on clothes in our testing. Top notes: citron. Middles notes: juniper berries and timur. Base notes: woody notes and mineral notes. Top 4. Angel's Share by Kilian. Luxurious with notes of cognac and whiskey, these are perfectly balanced by spicy cinnamon, vanilla, and wood. The perfect expensive choice for a Renaissance-type man who likes fine watches, cigars, and a glass of whiskey but doesn't mind showing his feminine side from time to time. Don't mistake it for a typical boozy scent because it's lively and dries down like an apple pie that's just been pulled out of the oven. Longevity is great at 6-8 hours on skin and more on clothes, while good projection requires only 2-3 sprays. Top notes: cognac. Middles notes: cinnamon, tonka bean, and oak. Base notes: praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. We have reached the moment to know the 3 best expensive perfumes for men to wear in 2024. On the podium of this top 10 are the following companies. The third place goes for Bal d'Afrique by Byredo. One of the more affordable, expensive fragrances on our list, Bal d'Afrique by Byredo is the perfect clean white t-shirt fragrance with a crisp and fresh scent that's typical of this brand. It's unisex and a little soapy and floral, so not something that we'd recommend blind buying. Longevity is surprisingly good for a freshie, lasting 4 to 6 hours on skin and more on clothes. Dries down with a hint of cedar, and some reviewers online noted a little vetiver, but we couldn't find that in our testing. Top notes: Amalfi lemon, Tagates blackcurrant, bergamot, and African orange flower. Middles notes: violet, cyclamen, and jasmine. Base notes: vetiver, musk, amber, and Virginia cedar. The silver medal goes for The Moon by Frederic Malle. You asked for the best expensive colognes for men, and we're delivering with this outstanding luxurious scent by Julien Rasquinet for Frederic Malle. If Creed Royal Oud is a Rolls Royce, then the Moon is a Koenigsegg. It's like nothing you've smelt before, with a raspberry and lychee explosion that dries down quickly and makes way for a funky oud. After a few minutes on the skin, the base notes come through with plenty of sexy musk, smoke, leather, and sandalwood. Longevity is outstanding as expected from this luxury option at 8+ hours. But what we're most impressed with is how the scent continues to pull back layer after layer as you move around during the day. One of the best we've ever tested. Top notes: raspberry, lychee, and saffron. Middles notes: Turkish rose, red berries, olibanum, red currant, and violet. Base notes: agarwood, oud, leather, patchouli, amber, and sandalwood. Finally, the best expensive perfumes for men to wear in 2024 is for Altair by Parfums de Marly. We've been wearing Altair by Parfums de Marly for the last few months and have fallen in love with this expensive cologne's buttery vanilla and caramel notes. Some reviews online point to it being a little synthetic in its vanilla scent, but this was never an issue for us because it smells so good. Longevity is outstanding at 8+ hours with 2-3 sprays onto skin and even more on clothes. Projection is very strong until it dries down on the skin, so be warned. But once it does, you're welcomed by a little citrus thanks to the Orange Blossom Absolute and plenty of musk with wood. It's a must-have luxury scent for every guy's collection. Top notes: cinnamon, cardamom, orange blossom, and bergamot. Middles notes: bourbon, vanilla, and elemi. Base notes: praline, musk, ambroxan, and guaiac wood. We have reached the end of this wonderful top 10. If you like this top, please do not forget to leave your like and subscribe to see our daily top 10. Don't forget to leave us in the comments which top 10 you would like to see in our next video.